guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J. Yeah! Mundo. What? And Shane O'Mac. Acknowledge me. Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night Smackdown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live on stereo and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got two words for you.
Then, now. Forever. Together.
So we see that our general manager of Smackdown, Nick Aldis, had quite a night tonight. What happened? What had happened? Oh, we're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss that and more on tonight's episode of the Three Bells Podcast. As we recap Smackdown, we have news clips, we have birthdays, and we have much more. What's good, everybody? It's me, your homie, Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table. TGIF, everyone. We finally made it to Friday. Hope all of you is good. Hope all of you is well. And hope all of you are ready for some wrestling talk, for some laughs and other stuff. Because I can't do this alone. Why would I want to do this alone? I got my homies here next to me. We got Mr. AKA himself, Mr. CEO. It's Dez. What's good, man?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? You know what time it is.
Yeah, what's good? What up? Three Bells Podcast. It's your boy Mundo, a.k.a. Mr. AKA himself, and I'm here for another episode of Friday Night Smackdown Recap here on the Three Bells Podcast. What's going on, Shane O'Mac? How you doing tonight, my man?
Doing good, doing great, doing awesome, TGIF, Dez. And TGIF to our Google.com guy, the coolest guy at the table, Triple J. What's good, my mans?
Yes, sir. What's good, Shane? Oh, what an amazing show we got tonight. Very interesting. Hanging in there from my side of things, chilling. Let's get it. You already know how it is.
We already know. But here's my question. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are they ready? Because I'm ready. For this is Three Bell Podcast. Wow, like I said at the top, Nick Aldis had quite a night tonight. And Nick, whenever you're ready, why don't you come on over here to East New York? I know a good bar I can send you so you can have as many drinks as you want, because after tonight, man, you definitely deserve it. We are coming to you live. The Smackdown is coming to you live from the KFC Arena, I think that's what it's called, in Louisville, Kentucky. So the show starts with a look back, fellas, at what had happened with AJ Styles and Mr. Cody Rhodes, our champion. So yeah, after seeing that package, we all know what happened last week. And we see why Cody is like livid. He is like one of those why I oughta type of angry. So now we are in the loading dock, and Cody is patiently and angrily ready to see Mr. AJ Styles. He's just waiting, pacing back and forth, right? Okay, fine. So while he's in the loading dock, let's go inside the ring, fellas, for we are joining the New Jack City's Bloodline Part 2. Joined with them is Paul Heyman. They got something they want to say, and they want to say it right now. Let's take a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. And as the wise man to the bloodline, it is within my scope of services that at all times I must set the record straight. Ladies and gentlemen, until Roman Reigns comes back, Solo sits at the head of the table.
Just like that, huh? Mm-hmm. Interesting how the crowd is chanting for Roman, and just not too long ago, they booed him.
It is from that position that tonight Solo has once again upped the ante in the name of family honor and declared this a double proclamation. I call to your collective attention this man to my right, already anointed by Solo, a fully fledged member of the bloodline. But from this moment forward, he will no longer be known only as Tama Tonga.
Mr. TT.
From this moment forward, he will be known as Tama Tonga, the right-hand man.
Oddly enough, was Jimmy to Roman.
I also call your attention to the man on my left. Ladies and gentlemen, history in front of your very eyes right now.
You remember how I
Because
said that?
from this moment on, the story of the bloodline will never be complete if you don't include the fact that a fully fledged member of the bloodline stands before you right now in the form of the infamous Tonga Loa.
Solo gives him a big hug. Paul Heyman is hiding in his hand.
So with that, Louisville, thank you and good night.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, wise man.
You're right, TT and TL, they're literally sandwiching
Aren't you
Paul.
forgetting something?
Right-hand man, new member, infamous Tonga Loa, thank you and no.
Shouldn't you be thanking these two from saving you from Kevin Owens last week? Shouldn't you thank them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for saving me from Kevin Owens last week, infamous Tonga Loa. Thank you for saving me from Kevin Owens last week, Tama Tonga. Thank you for saving me from Kevin Owens last week, Tama Tonga, the right-hand man.
We could have let Kevin Owens kill you, but we saved you by orders of the tribal chief.
Well, allow me to return the favor to our family. I got here very early today to do what a wise man does, doing wise man things. And all I've been hearing since the moment I arrived is that Kevin Owens is looking for a piece of any and every single member of the bloodline.
Okay, he's saying that with his chest, too. And then Kevin Owens comes out. He comes out and They start getting into a fight, and then the Street Profits, they come out to help them out, and yeah, the rest is to be continued. So, Des and Jay, your thoughts or comments on this interesting segment?
Shots fired. Shots have been fired from Solo and his new bloodline. I mean, my gosh, the fact that he had the audacity to name Tama the right hand man. Wow. And then he's the new head of the table. I was waiting for them to call what do you call it? Tonga, the enforcer. Because I'm like, we're just giving away the old names from the old bloodline. Like, geez, Louise, man. No, such a slap in the face to his family members. And it was just so obvious that Paul was reluctantly doing this. Because at the end of it, when he put his hand in his face, I was just like, wow, I feel him. It's not right. It's wrong. This is wrong. And the fan reactions, that was surprising to me, especially when he said the right hand man bit. Those fans were really, really booing really, really loud. And then, like you said, Shane, it's so odd seeing the crowd chant, "We want Roman," because even when we thought the bloodline was cool, nobody was chanting, "We want Roman." You know, you was just putting your ones up. Everybody's wearing the shirt and shit. But now it's a whole different dynamic. It's like, ooh, we want Roman. So this is getting interesting. Let's see where else this may go. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they have layers upon layers that we would not even think of with this. But yeah, Jay.
All right, what I take what I take from this is that Paul Heyman really didn't want to say what he wanted to say because he's scared. He's scared out his ass. So when Solo decided to anoint this guy, um, Tonga, Tama Tonga as the right hand man, I was like, no way. Fucking copycats, bro. Like, you can't create your own little shit, like your own little side names for your guys. And that didn't sound right. It didn't sit well with me, but it's like that guy said, this is very interesting because now this storyline goes even further and further, with this happening. So, you know, even with the Street Profits coming out and Kevin Owens coming out, you could see instantly that, with KO, he knows this shit's never ending. He's been battling these guys for what, 2-3 years now, going after them, and maybe longer than that before the full Bloodline story ever started. And and the Street Profits to come out and help was cool. And I want to see later on in the show what they could have done. What happened. Other than that, this was a very interesting opening.
I have a question. Is this what we want from the Street Profits? This this entanglement now that they're in with the bloodline, because this is what the third or fourth week now. Is this what we want? Is this going to set them off in the right direction? Question
Let's
mark.
hope. Let's hope. This kind of takes them out the title hunt with them being involved in this little feud. So if there was any way to shade them away from the title picture, I feel that this is probably the best storyline from them away from Bobby. Let's see.
Yeah, I agree. To answer that question, I don't mind seeing them in this storyline. I mean, this is like the top storyline of the night. So yeah, Street Profits. Yeah, get in there, eat it up, milk it up until the cow runs dry. I mean, it's either that or just stay in the cut and wait for Bobby to come out in order for that storyline to either continue or to start. this is a good fit. I like Street Profits with KO in terms of like just being part of that story, in terms of them, trying to, knock out or cancel or whatever you want to call it against this Bloodline Part 2. These guys who feels that they're better than the first one, younger, stronger, better. And it's like, yeah, like Dad says, this is like, this is Solo, like literally shitting on the hand that fed him, shitting on the hand that introduced them to the WWE. We didn't know about Solo, but thanks to Roman, now we do. And now Solo is like, Roman who? You know what I mean? He's like, no, I'm the tribal chief. I'm the head Negro in charge up there. You better remember that. And meanwhile, poor Paul. I just feel so bad for Paul because he just seemed trapped. He's just trapped in this invisible cage that the Bloodline Part 2 has put him in. And it's like, how is he going to get out of this? Will the family get him out, or will somebody on the outside get him out, Street Profits and KO, or will somebody else get involved in the story and help, and they will help him out? That's what I love about this story, because it could go so many ways. But as of right now, apparently we have a new head of table and a right-hand man. And yeah, I get to call them Mr. TT and Mr. TL, and you know exactly what I mean. So to be continuing, Paul, hang in there. A change is a coming. It's time for a change. That's the new logo that's going around lately. So good luck with that. So meanwhile, while all of this was going on, Des and Jay, Cody is still at the loading dock waiting for AJ Styles. Even Nick had to come out. Nick, this general manager of SmackDown, he's coming out and he's like, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be out here, in loading dock, this, that, and the third. And he's like, I don't care. I'm going to get him. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to stand right here and I'm going to wait for him. Okay, fine, whatever. Go to commercial. We come back and then we see our women's tag team champions, Bianca Belair and Jade, what I like to call the Stormist sisters. Well, there's another name we could come up with, because apparently they still single competitors, but they're joined together via championship belts. We still backstage, fellas, because apparently after the promo that we just heard, Paul Heyman has separated from the Bloodline, and it kind of looked like he was leaving. But then, whoops, Solo found him, and this what had happened.
Where are you going? Where are you going? You trying to leave?
No.
You better make this a six-man tag tonight, all right? Those fools that jumped us against the Bloodline.
Okay.
Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
If you don't get this job done, the main event will happen in our locker room, you versus Tama Tonga.
Well,
Do you hear me?
I'll go talk to Nicole this right now. I like the six-man a lot better.
That's a wise choice. Wise man.
By the way, that little static that you heard, that was exactly at 8:20 p.m. That was our glitch, everyone. The Uncle Howdy glitch. Does anybody know, or did anybody manage to scan the QR code?
Yes. I
Hit
did.
it.
All right. I'm going to read exactly what it was. It was like an old-fashioned internet-styled message. And it goes this way. Bear with me, guys. Hello. For now, I'm not speaking to them. I intend this for you. You helped him find his way and guided him back home. You found him so I could open his eyes. A new journey began. But we never know how long a journey will last. What I knew to be true was no more. Suddenly, I found myself without a path. I believed myself to be lost. I allowed myself to be blinded. I was going to let the cave win, but I did not stay that way. I found my way out of darkness. I saw what was expected of me, and I accepted the cost. I admit it wasn't easy. I feared you had forgotten, but you remembered. You remembered who we are. You remember who you are. Thank you. This is all because of you. We were never the chosen ones. We just wanted to belong. And now we do. I know I can't wait to see you too. I appreciate your excitement. It won't be long now. I just wanted to say thank you. We have become more than we could ever imagine. Their stories will be told. Their pain will have been worth it. And it's all because of you. You did this. This is your fault. The blood that rains down drips from your hands. Thank you.
Wow. What are your guys' thoughts on that? By the way, thank you so much, Des, for reading that so awesomely. Jay,
No problem.
Jay, what's going through your mind as you heard that?
As I'm hearing it, what I've been trying to look for is honestly a path that this way is going as far as with these glitches, bro. I've been, like literally trying to see, every time the time comes on, who it is and who they doing it to. And I've noticed maybe since May 10th that the majority of the SmackDown glitches are coming on when it's either like I've caught two of them during Nia Jax, and then now during this stuff with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa in the back. Then we had one on Raw with Jay. To me, I'm kind of seeing a trend with these glitches. Are they coming after Bloodline members within this glitch? All their old past feuds of people, within who they was dealing with. That's my gut feeling. One by one, they'll probably attack each member of the Bloodline. Just my lucky guess.
So Jay and Des, so the bloodline, they were the ones that were they the ones that they had the most beef with? I mean, you're talking about the Wyatt family, yes, and this Uncle Howdy and his crew did did they didn't have the beef per se with the bloodline, but maybe they're doing it in honor of Bray Wyatt. And yeah, Jay, maybe you want to answer that?
Um, that I don't know, but I know they had a beef. There was a lot of beef in between when like the Shield was fighting them, and
Mhm.
the Shield will usually beat them. I mean, we'll usually beat them in matches. But when they went off in solo matches with Bray against Roman, you will see, Roman always on the short end losing to Bray because the two leaders will set off everything. The Usos
Mhm.
and the other ones, the Usos and the other two, um, Rowan and Harper, they was okay. Those matches, they went all right, but it was always, the Usos came out on top of majority of the time with that. So this is what I'm thinking. Is it their former past rivals coming after them with that's fought them already? And then when we got a May 10th glitch when Nia was coming out, and then last week we got a glitch before or after Nia came out. So Alexa being her former best friend, I think I'm trying to see if that's part of the clues as well within them two beefing or anything.
Mm. Very, very interesting. It's interesting how you mentioning those placements because that could be telling as well. Because it seems to be that the message itself, Des, is almost like the same. It's like they're indirectly saying, this is who we are, and it's because of you, and we're coming. But yet at the same time, they kind of saying, that it's bad that they're them because of us, or they're saying that their blood is in whose hands? Our hands because we help create them, or the enemies that they're going after are the ones that created them, and they're the ones that have their blood in their hands. See, that's what's so interesting about everything that's going on. It's so much roads that this can go, so many ideas that we could come up with. It's very interesting in terms of what we're going to see next week, because of course we're gonna see a glitch next week. There's no doubt about that. But now that Jay said what he said, now we're going to see if the glitch happens with either the bloodline or Naya, because we will see, excuse me, Queen Naya. That's how we have to address her now. She's our queen. So yeah, now we have to see where it's placed and what they say and who are they talking to. Very interesting. And a good, very good insight, Jay. And again, thank you, Des, for reading that and sharing the note on the chat. Thank you, guys. All right, I have talked enough. I want you guys to talk.
Can I get a thought on this? I just read.
Oh, I'm. Wah, wah, wah. Of course you can. Hit it.
I just think that they might be just speaking of the last person or persons that we saw them interact with on TV individually, because at the end of the day, the bloodline right now is not the bloodline of old. They have nothing to do with any of these people. And the last thing that would tie it together to me would be Roman beating the Fiend and winning the Universal title back in 2020. But other than that, they never interacted again. Remember, that was a Did You Know months ago where I was saying that they were supposed to have a story, but then, it didn't go that way. But yeah, like for me, I would say Joe Gacy. The last person he interacted with is between like maybe Oba or Sean Spears or Dijak. Those were his last feuds before he just disappeared from TV. Who else? I can't even think of who else, because Nikki Cross, I don't remember what she was doing, like who she was the superhero, and then it just all went to hell after that. And I forget how that happened, but it's like who she interacted with. Was it Alexa Bliss that she was working with? I can't remember. It was somebody that she was working with. I think they betrayed her, and then all hell went loose with her. And who else is it? Eric Rowan. I don't remember. He's been gone for so long. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. There's so many different ways you can think about this, and yeah, I guess we have to go back and actually look at all these episodes from when these glitches started, because I know they've been so random at times. So maybe there is some type of correlation. I don't know. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. I don't have a clue. I don't even know what the hell I've read, honest to God. That was the first time I actually seen it and read through it. So I'm still trying to process that shit because it was a lot.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's real deep, very very deep, profound. One of those, again, indirect way of saying something which we don't even know. But hopefully we'll know more, or probably get the same next week. We'll see. All right, let's go into the ring, everyone, where we have our first match of the night. It's with the ladies. Bianca Belair and Ms. J. Cargill versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. And look who comes to the side of the ring. We have Miss Fire and Dawn and Miss Shayna and Evil Gina. So apparently these 4 ladies are not the best of fans of Miss BB and Jade. Des, we're going to start with you, and then Jay to follow. Your thoughts and opinions on match number 1 tonight.
All right. Yeah. Again, like I said on Monday, they're making care about the women's tag team championships now, and they're giving us an actual believable story. And we're finally seeing multiple people at one time trying to become tag champion instead of one team, and everybody else is just doing whatever the hell they want. Because both of the competitors, both teams that were out there tonight are legit. I think honestly, out of everybody, I can see Shayna and Zoe beating Bianca and Jade for the championships. They are me the biggest threat to them for those titles. So if anything, you better watch your back from them. But Unholy Alliance on the other end, they're desperate. And like Jay mentioned the other night, they haven't gotten a rematch from when they lost the titles to Shayna and Ronda when they combined the titles, the NXT championships and the WWE Women's Championships. So they're pissed, and they can be a dangerous uh, dark horse. So, but while they're out there, like you said, Shane, we got a pretty good match in the ring. Again, we're seeing Indy and Candice taking on Bianca and Jade, and again, I noticed for the second tag match now, Bianca's starting the match. We're used to seeing Jade start the match, and then hot tags Bianca in. So I guess the trust is coming in now with Jade and her in-ring ability. And yeah, as always, Bianca's doing her usual stuff in the ring with her off the rope standing moonsault that she does, and she perfected that tonight. It's a beautiful move. Um, and then I noticed a nice double team move by Indy and Candice, which Candice did some type of flip into a splash onto Bianca Belair. I was like, okay, I see you guys have been working out on some tag team moves, get more chemistry together, and then here we go with the hot tag with Jade, and Jade's in there, and she's showing off her strength, but she's doing it in a better, cleaner way. I love that press lift that she did, and then she just completely threw Candice into Indy, and I was like, holy shit! Like, just threw this grown ass woman into another grown ass woman. I was like, that is insane. Um, and yeah, she was just toying with Indy, and then they hit that finishing move that we still don't have a name for. It's a little sloppy tonight, but it still did its job. And I was like, okay, I expected that win. I didn't think that Indy and Candice would win, but yeah. And then next thing you know, Unholy Alliance and Zoe and Shayna attack our champions, and I'm just like, oh, this is a repeat of Monday. Okay, and they took them out, laid their asses out. Then both teams come back into the ring, and now we notice each team is holding a tag title. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And lo and behold, these motherfuckers start fighting each other. I'm like, ooh, okay, ladies. All right, I see this. This is good. And then here comes our tag champions, and they come in and lay out everybody and stand triumphantly. And I'm just like, I wonder where this is going. Jay, fill us in.
Well, to me, this match was quite interesting to begin with. You know, I saw that this was gonna be a non-title match, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I was expecting Indian Candice to probably try to steal this match by some type of interference happening, but that didn't happen. So with the way that Jade and Bianca fight in that ring together, they look like they've been fighting together as a team for years. They're starting to perfect their moves way better. Everything's looking clean, and that finisher that they do together. I don't know what they've named it, but that shit is crazy. I hope they do come up with a name for for themselves as well as it. for their own little group thing. And the fact that we seen Unholy Union out there, and we seen Shayna and old girl out there, you're like, okay, something's pretty much brewing, because these are all women that want to be involved in this title match. And as we were stating the other day, that there's more eyes now on these tag titles with two big main roster stars on there. So keep it up. I want to see where this can go as far as with what's brewing in the pot with how they're gonna do it. Because when they both held up the titles together, it just makes me think as is the match gonna end that way in a double pin and where two teams win, and then by some bullshit the tag champs automatically retain because it was a tie? It'll be some bullshit, fellas.
Real quick, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jay. I think what it is with Jade and Bianca is the chemistry is getting there because the confidence is probably at an all-time high right now. So the confidence is there. So the chemistry is becoming like it's just starting to ooze through the camera and through our TVs. So I think that's what's making their move set look good, because you can tell that they genuinely like each other and they actually work together outside of the ring to perfect their craft as a team, and it's showing, and I like it. You think so?
Of course, I think so. Of course.
I agree. I agree. Which is why I'm surprised that they haven't remixed their entrance. Like how R-Truth and The Miz, how they remixed this so that they could both come out at the same time as a tag team. I mean, yeah, we understand that it's Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill, and they got their own special interests, but you're not solo artists right now. You're tag teamers. You're championship tag teamers. I mean, that's just a little something that was in the back of my head. I mean, I still love them just the same. However, the thing that they did that had me go, why did y'all do that? Was when they won. And, even though the girls was out there, because you can clearly see that, Fire, Dawn, Shayna, and Eva Gina was out there, why did you girls, BB and J, go to the second rope to celebrate like that? Like, you totally took your eyes off of your enemies, and you're up on the ropes and you're celebrating, and that was the perfect time for all four ladies to come up and to snuff y'all. So you can't be mad at them, because that's what they came to do. They came to get at y'all. And you gave them that opportunity by taking your eyes off of them. You always keep your eyes on your enemies. You don't turn your back on your enemies. And you did just that, and that's what happened. And yes, at the end, y'all got your revenge, y'all got your hits back. But it's just a life lesson, everyone, to always keep your eyes on your enemies. Don't turn your backs, because that moment where they get that okay to go, trust and believe they're going to go. But if you're as strong as Jade, then who knows? Congratulations to our tag teamers BB and Jade, our Stormy sisters. All right, because I see this is a trend now, let's go back to the loading dock. And this time we're going to join Nick Aldis as he talks to Mr. Cody Rhodes.
Look, I know how you feel. I got played by AJ too. Okay, Cody, listen to me. It's not in the company's best interest for you two to be fighting here in the loading dock, okay? Somebody could get seriously hurt.
Somebody's gonna get hurt, Nick.
It's not me. It's not me. Look, Cody, I just can't have you out here.
Hey, all respect in the world. You should understand this more than anybody. You gotta step outside this. This is between myself and AJ Styles.
Hmm. Cody looks really, really pissed. Why I oughta piss.
Shane,
Yes.
why is it that this is the second time we've seen Cody basically blow off the damn GM? Remember, he did it in the contract signing and he relieved him of his duties and told him to go to the back when he was out there with Logan Paul. And now he just told him to basically step off or fuck off. What the hell is the dynamic there? Like, why is it that bold and stand up to everybody else, but yet he keeps getting blown off by Cody? I don't understand that. You?
I don't know. I mean, is this supposed to be the tough and edgier side of of the good boy Cody? That's what it seems like to me. And that's what seems to be like a layer of that evil cake by telling off, Nick Aldis. That's what it seems like. Because it's almost like the extreme. He wants to be that extreme, mean, angry guy, but then flip the script and when he comes out, for a match, he walks around and he's shaking everybody's hand and he's grabbing a kid that has a coat just like his. He's trying to do the extremes. Although, I don't know about you guys, but for me, the the bad guy, the angry guy, I'm not buying that. Because like I said, when I see him mad, all I see is, oh, why I order? Why you big brute? Why I'll get you? You know what I mean? It's like, go sit down. Go paint in a coloring book with some fans. Go sign some autographs. Take some pictures. Go to the Make a Wish Foundation, make some wishes. That's what I see when I see Cody. I don't see this mean, angry guy. But maybe that's just me. To the Cody fans out there, shout out to y'all, shout out to Cody. Whatever. Wink wink. We have another match, fellas. Match number 2. It's Johnny Gargano. This is a singles match from 2 tag teamers. Johnny from DIY versus Grayson Waller. And he is, for those of you who don't know, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions. But before that match happened, Jay and Daz, a lot of stuff happened before the match started. First off, it became official. Later tonight, we will, in fact, have a 6-man tag team match with the Bloodline Part 2 versus KO and the Street Profits. Should have known that was going to happen. Something interesting happened also, fellas. There was an interview with Apollo Crews as he was talking about fighting one of the guys from Legato. And just as he was about to answer, he gets jumped by 2 of the guys from Legato. And then we led to LA Knight as he runs into Nick because he is on a mission. LA Knight, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Where is he?
He's not.
You tell me Logan Paul isn't here again. He's not at SmackDown. What can he be doing tonight?
That's what he's doing.
He's playing Tetris. Logan Paul's playing Tetris. I'm really good at Tetris. He could have come right here and played Tetris with me. If you hit the buttons enough times, right. I'm really good at fitting things in there. My foot just right, and it goes right up his ass.
Ew. Talking. Dude on is talking about a guy who's not even here. But let's talk about somebody who is here. Or let's talk about the fact that I've been cooking you the last 3 weeks.
I'm getting him too. So, you know what? He brought up a good point. He said that we had been talking about. You mentioned something about an opening for a match, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I just, what could we do about that? I think I see 2 guys here who maybe could just fit that. Think we could go ahead and fill that opening, couldn't we?
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, 1-on-1 tonight.
Well, how about that?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I mean.
Sounds like it.
Fellas, I really like this chemistry between Melo and LA Knight. I love how they feed off each other. I love the chemistry. I love the look on the screen when they go back and forth. I just like that whole package. That is such a good combination. Don't you agree, Des and Jay?
I do agree. I do agree 100%. And they just literally like, as if they were a couple. They would basically, you would compare them like finishing each other's sentences. So their chemistry is there, and it's so odd because it's not like they've worked together before this. So that means they're both naturals at what they do, and it comes off the TV and it's must see. And even with Melo's little slip up last week, he's still talking his shit, and he's talking shit to LA and telling him, "Yeah, I've had you for the last 3 weeks, bro. What you gonna do about it?" I love the confidence, and I love their on-screen ability together.
Yes, I agree as well. And you could see a guy like Melo. He has a lot of swag, a lot of bravado, and he's making sure that he's being known to the mid card and upper guys. Like, look, bro, I'm here in your face. Screw Logan. Just fight me already. That's what you was getting out of a guy like Melo. He kept on pushing buttons and pushing it, and eventually he'll probably get his hands on this guy. And LA Knight seems to be cool about it. He don't mind. Just another one for the books. You feel me?
Speaking of Phil UJ, keep your mic open because I want you to start our discussion as we talk about match number 2, Johnny versus Grayson. What say you about this match, and then there's the follow?
With this match, I actually felt that Waller came to play today. He was working. He was doing his shit. That little sliced bread shit that Gargano hit. It looked like it both affected both of them really bad. But then Waller comes back with this overhead belly to back suplex, which was crazy. And then Waller hits him with a modified destroyer. And you're like, oh shit. Man, Waller's really bringing out a whole arsenal of moves. And the fact that during the match that he he's outside with Theory, and Theory holds him up, and Gargano comes out with the suicide dive, and you see the little nub push by Waller to make sure his boy gets hit. Man, the look on Austin Theory's face after that match, he was tight. And that finisher that Waller hit, that little Dunkaroo move, whatever that shit was fire. That boy showed a lot tonight, and he talked his shit. I like it, and I love what they're brewing up in the pot between him and his tag team partner. It's cool.
All right, so real quick, Jay, correction. It was actually Johnny that hit the destroyer out of the corner. The whatever you want to call that, because that shit was fucking insane. I called it the
Mm-hmm.
holy crap destroyer by Johnny. But yeah, because we don't see that often anymore. So when you do
That
see
shit
that,
was good.
yeah, yeah, you hit all the good points. There was another spot that I liked, that fireman's carry into the sit down power bomb by Grayson. I agree with you, Jay. We seen a lot from Grayson tonight, and Johnny as well. I really enjoyed this match from the two of them. We got multiple commercials, which meant we had a match with a good time limit on it. And I think, like with these guys, when you give them the time, they can go and they can impress. And they did that for me tonight. It was a very impressive match on both ends. I like the little story that we have within this story with Great in Theory, because we heard Wade say that everything that happened between them last week was patched up and everything was good. But then you're like, bro, why would you pull your man's into getting hit and you save yourself, like that's kind of fucked up. Why wouldn't you push him away and you step away? Grayson's a fucked up dude, man. But yeah, all in all, I was very, very impressed by both men tonight. Their match was very enjoyable. And Jay, I called it the flipping unprettier that he hit on Johnny at the end of the match to win. So now what? Last week, Ciampa got the W, and then this week, Grayson got the W. So we got to get a tag team match going, and it got to be a tag title match. So let's see how this shakes up. But you guys think, am I right? You guys think I'm right on that one, or am I reaching?
No, I would love to see that. And wouldn't it be interesting that something happens between Grayson and Austin, which will cause them to lose the title? That would be very interesting. But yeah, that was an awesome match. That Grayson Waller, man, let me tell you, as much crap and as much of a butthole he comes off, he reminds me of Dragunov, fellas, with his mic skills on one side of the coin, and then on the other side of the coin, his fighting skills is top notch in the ring. And Grayson is starting to show that more and more now, where he's coming off as like this butthole, and then you flip it and turn around, he is quite a good freaking wrestler. He puts on some good matches. Tonight was a good match, and you had to be good when you go against a guy like Gargano, because we all know that he's good also. So shout out to both of them for putting on a good match. Again, you gave everybody a heart attack. The way you landed on your head, that was very scary. You guys got to be real careful because, look what happened to the homie Big E. Ever since then, we are very like walking on eggshells with moves like that. And when you land on like in an odd angle, we're like, oh shit, and our heart skips a beat for a second. But it's good to see that he got back up and everything is okay. Congratulations to Grayson for winning. However, to be continued, as you were celebrating and your tag team partner was way down the bottom of your celebration hill looking up at you. So, yeah. All right, here we go yet again. We are going into the loading dock where Mr. Cody is waiting for AJ Styles. Good grief. And we go to commercial and we come back and lo and behold, here's AJ Styles. He's in his car and he's Cody is trying to, reach up to the car, but then you have WWE, best security in the world, to hold him back. And Dez, here we go. We have our single camera shot of the night. As the camera,
sir.
yes, they do. You know what, Dez? Why don't you explain to the people what the single camera shot was? Yeah. Why don't you tell them that?
All right. So after arrangement, the altercation in the back parking lot area, as Shane said, Cody was pissed off and he was like, you know what? And he starts walking. He's walking. He's I'm mad, Cody Rhodes. And he's walking through the backstage area. And the next thing you know, he's walking through a black tunnel that leads to gorilla position. That leads through the curtains. That leads through into the arena. And he's still, I'm mad. And he's walking to the ring. And then there's no music, there's no fireworks, nothing. He's just pissed off and he gets right into the ring, gets the mic, and tells AJ Styles to get his ass out here right now. And I was just like, ooh, Cody said a bad word. Cody cussed. He cussed. But that single shot, and I noticed a lot tonight, a lot of promos and segments went in and out of each other too. I was like, I love this. that whole thing with Apollo Crews. It went from Apollo Crews interview to him being attacked by LWO to Nick Aldis coming and check on him. He leaves. LA Knight pops up, and then it's like, okay, cool. And then here comes Mello. I'm like, oh man, this is fucking awesome. And I'm liking all of these small changes, but it's making it easier to follow the story. So from that backstage altercation with the OC and security and Nick and Cody that led all the way to the ring into the next part of that segment. It's fucking awesome. That's our single shot of the night.
Mm-hmm. And basically, because I can't find it, but basically, when Cody is in the ring, here comes AJ Styles with his homies, the OC, behind him. And just as he was walking, here comes the flock of the best securities in the world, the WWE securities, to make sure he doesn't run into the ring. AJ Styles basically calls him out and says that he wants to fight. He wants a match. He wants to go after that title at the next PLE, which is the Clash at the Castle next week. And Cody says this.
You don't want to fight now. You want to fight at Clash at the Castle? Is that what you're saying? That's what I want. You want a shot at the WWE Championship? That's what I want. 100%. You got it. Ooh. But AJ, look at me. This isn't just any regular match. I'm not just going to beat you. I am going to make you say what you should have said last week, and that is I quit.
Mm-hmm. Nick Aldis. He points at Cody. He says, that's what you want? Nick Aldis calls to AJ. He said, that's what you want? He put his finger sideways, gives a thumbs up. We got the match. There you go. Jay, what are your thoughts, being that it is announced that we have an I Quit match? Jay and Dez.
I love it. This is the type of match that, we would expect out of these two guys because, this was a great manipulating by AJ the entire time. And you look how riled up it got a man like Cody. And see, with all this is going to want the best matches possible for his brand. And it's fitting, bro. I like it because he's going to agree with his wrestlers. He's more of the general manager that listens to what they got to say, and if he likes it, he agrees. If not, tough luck. So I'm anticipating this matchup. It makes me want to. I'm intrigued more now by this storyline between the two.
Well, I figure that this match would go on, so they had to add a little extra spice to it, especially after the great match that they put on in France. So I'm looking forward to it, an I Quit match, because those are not easy matches, because you got to beat your opponent down to the point where he can't take anymore. So let's see how that goes. Because AJ, you got to get this W, man. I mean, all this is for what? If you don't get W, then what? Then you're going to take your ball and go home and be done? I don't know. Be careful what you ask for. That's what I say. But yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're clicking quite a bit there, Dez. Just to give you heads up. I don't know if it's like a connection or something on your end.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Wiring issues. I don't know. To me, it's just it's stereo on fucking Friday. It's always a hot ass mess on Fridays with stereo. So I'm so over it. Yeah, and I said it loud and clear too. Y'all app is trash every Friday. Every Friday we have some type of issues with this.
See, and you just disconnected when you said shit. It's almost as if they're listening. They're saying, "Oh yeah," and they're pressing a button just as you speak. Talk about shade, stereo. Oof, you such a shady patty boy. I tell you.
And I won't know. I don't know if I'm disconnected or not because it's not showing up on my end. I'm not seeing any issues over on my end. So
Yeah, yeah. It's like you come in like once in a while a pop will hit, and it's like you're just cut off for like a fraction of a second, and then come back, and then twice. Looking at your circle, it says reconnecting. So I don't know. And it's weird because other than that, you sound fine. You sound like a CD player. But for some reason, stereo is like hating on us today. I don't know what's going on, Jay. I don't
this
know.
is what I was complaining about. Remember, I was saying that the sound was, it was kind of like going in and out, and I said I couldn't hear you, but then everybody else said they could hear you. So I don't know. I noticed that every Friday it's a technical issue with this app, and sometimes on Tuesdays as well, but mainly on Fridays. It's always something.
I don't know. I
Gotta
mean, yes, we know it's
gotta
Friday.
complain.
Yeah.
Gotta complain to the
We should
higher
do that.
ups. Go ahead,
Yeah,
CEO. CEO, do your thing.
I already complained. I just trashed their app right here live. They can hear it. They can hear it loud and clear, or whatever they want to go.
Hmm.
Whether it's loud and clear or not, I don't know. But fix this shit. Tell your fucking tech people to get off their ass on a Friday night and actually be here and fix this shit.
Well, I tell you what, fellas, let's all check our wires as we take this quick commercial break before we talk more Smackdown recap. Here we go.
Guys, looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast with Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac.
Acknowledge me.
Coming to you live each and every Monday night for Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night Smackdown featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live on stereo and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got two words for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Three Bells Podcast. For tonight, we are doing a recap of Friday Night Smackdown that just ended not too long ago. So let us continue. We are back from commercial break. Not just our commercial break here, the Three Bells, but the commercial break from WWE SmackDown as well. For we are standing in front of Nick Aldis' office, and out comes Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill. And our homie, Mr. Saxon, is out there to meet them, and he has a question. He goes,
Bianca, Jade, I know you just met with General Manager Nick Aldis. Can you give us some insight into how that conversation went?
Well, we were having a very long conversation with Nick because ever since both tag teams have been coming at us, we've been wondering what is going to be our match at Clash of the Castle. So
we agreed that we're going to make a tag team triple threat at Clash of the Castle.
Yep, you heard it here. So it's going to be Bianca Belair, Jay Cargill versus Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn at Clash of the Castle. I mean, it's so good. I guess it's going to take two teams to try to take us down.
I guess so.
Who gonna whoop us? Who gonna stop us?
Easy.
wow, fellas, we just got two additional matches for the Clash at the Castle. So, yeah, Jay and Dez, what do you guys think about this new match that we're gonna get?
I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it, and especially for girls like Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, like I said, who never lost their titles and get an opportunity. And it's overseas, if I'm not mistaken, that's their hometown. So this actually is a good thing for their positivity, and you never know what can happen. Too much confidence by the tag champions might fuck with them. They might lose. That plays a lot when you wrestle. You overlooking your opponents like, they're nothing, they're nobodies. Don't overlook the former tag champs. I'm telling you.
I just want to say this: WWE is, first off, I didn't realize how many people were from Scotland or in that area on the roster. I mean, because goddamn, almost every match that we have, someone from that area is competing in. I mean, goddamn. Shout outs to them for being humble enough and inclusive enough and smart enough to use all of these people who are from the area that they're going to. Because it's only right, it's only fair to have them wrestle and compete in front of their family and friends and stuff like that, like everybody else does here in America or anywhere else they travel. So, but yeah, that should be an interesting match. The dynamic should be very interesting with it being a triple threat tag team match. Jay, you're correct. Jade and Bianca need to beware and be careful at the fact that they're just laughing this off, because I see two very believable teams, and both teams, like I stated earlier, I can see them beating them. They need to be humble.
That's a fact. That's a big fact, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you because sometime and we've seen this. Des, why am I thinking immediately when you said that? I'm thinking of Mike Tyson and Mr. Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
That's the
Because
perfect
it's
example.
humility. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it is. Like you're just being cocky at this point. And I get Bianca, I get your resume. Jade, you're still new. You're still new here. It's your first championship. And yes, you did a number on the Kabuki Warriors, and you've beaten Candice and Indy like 10 times already. But that was it. Who else have they actually faced? Jay, Shane. Who else have they actually faced? And because from what I remember watching on Monday when they faced what do you call it, Shayna and Zoe, it wasn't an easy match, and they could have lost that match if Unholy Union didn't interfere in it. So I get it. You want to be confident, but I don't even know. They're stepping gingerly over confident line into cocky territory. And it's becoming kind of like, really? Okay. Now you want them to be humbled. And if that's them losing their titles, it's like, oh, well, let it be.
That's a fact. You stated it very well, bro. You can't overlook
Thank you.
anybody you fight nowadays. You're welcome. You can't overlook anybody. So we always gotta, you can't, like, that's like one of us just doing the same type of shit, overlooking certain boundaries and get smacked later on because we didn't, them just wasn't the expectations that we expected when we came out there to do our job. So Jade, Bianca, please come out there and prepare yourself for work and make sure you handle your job. We don't want to see no bullshit where y'all in the ring, y'all flexing y'all muscles, and then one of these tag teams catch you off guard. Don't sleep on these. Don't sleep on any of the four of these other girls. Unholy Union. I got my money on Unholy Union just because they never lost, and that's crazy.
Well, you know what? I'll put my money on Zoe and Shayna only because of the fact that they've been building momentum for months at this point. It's been months. They've been building momentum. And I think that the payoff may happen next Saturday, finally.
I agree with you, Des. Shayna and Evil Gina, they are like an amazing, and they are like the most powerful tag team, the women's tag team that we have. next to Bianca and Jade, and and this level that they're at right now, this nobody can beat me, we the baddest, we the best, this and this, that, and the third. It's like that could be your downfall, because here you have Shayna and Starks, and like Jade just said, Dawn and Fire, they haven't lost in a match. So it's like, okay, the tag team that almost beat you last week, but you still won because of the interference of another tag team, you're going to have to fight both these tag teams at the same time at a triple threat, which there is usually no rules, anything like that, right? No. So yeah, ladies, we love you and we understand that you're confident, but don't get cocky, because that cockiness will be your weakness. Good discussion, fellas. Very good discussion. And I'm looking forward to our recap of this match and all the other matches next weekend as we watch Clash at the Castle. I've been saying Clash of the Castle. I don't know why my Ebonics tape hasn't come in yet. Damn it. Anyway, let's get back into the ring, fellas, for we are at match number 3, LA Knight versus Mello. Des, I'll start with you and then Jay to follow. What are your thoughts on this match?
All right. Again, this is another match that I was really, really impressed with. I enjoyed a lot. So as we already stated, that the chemistry between Mello and Mr. LA Knight, as far as their back and forth talking, is amazing. Now their in-ring chemistry is just as good too. I was like, wow, this is a good match for two guys who didn't compete against each other in singles competition before. They look like this is like their 100th match together. Yes, we got them in a tag match recently, but other than that, they're new to each other. So I enjoyed this 100%. My guy Mello came into this shit blazing. He was kicking and hitting and kicking and hitting. He was as if you were playing 2K24 and just hitting X and O over and over, kicking hit. He was all on over LA Knight. And then obviously LA came back with his clothesline, and he started to be a veteran in this match. And before the match went on vacation, excuse me, before the match went on commercial break, LA had him outside, and he was just hitting him his head over and over on the announce table, just over and over and over and over and over. And then right before they announced the commercial comes on, he pulls a Randy Orton and basically backdrops this dude onto the announce desk, and he bounces off of the initial land point and then hits the other part of the announce table. I'm like, God damn, shit. I was like, that was kind of vicious there. And then we come back, and we see Mello with his patented springboard clothesline. That was pretty cool. Again, I'm liking the chemistry between the two of these guys. And then this vicious knee that LA Knight hit Mello with, his patented move as well. And I was just like, okay, this is nice. I'm really enjoying this match. Close pinfalls. He hits Mello with his other patented move, the pop-up power slam, which was so clean, and it's just like, this is fucking awesome. And I didn't want the match to end, honestly, God. And I'm still looking for Mello to get his W. He has not gotten a W since his match against Baron Corbin in the King of the Ring tournament. But the way the match ended, which was Mello trying to steal it, which I thought he was going to get the steal, but LA Knight getting his own version of a roll-up type situation and getting the 3, and Mello, just like me, was like, oh, fuck, what the, no way. And then the way LA Knight was just looking at him like, yeah, I got you. 1, 2, 3. He did it right in his face. 1, 2, 3. And I was just like, damn. I don't know if I was mad at the fact that Mello lost or mad at the fact that the match was over. But I was mad. I was mad at the end. But I don't hate LA Knight. I was just mad for my guy, and I was mad for me because the match was over. Jay?
Within this match, it was well executed by both wrestlers, as Des was stating. You could see, they probably worked together outside of everything to get each other's moves down packed and everything. And Mello can basically match what LA Knight does. So when they're doing what they're doing, it's so clean, so crispy by both guys. It's like you enjoy when you see stuff like that in the ring. And the fact that at one point in the match, Mello started gloating and thought everything was cool. So LA Knight came with his little clothesline and his Stone Cold stomps to the side. That it gets the crowd to say yeah every time he does it. But at the same time, I felt this crowd tonight was kind of medium. They wasn't too hyped. They wasn't, it was just It was alright. But at the same time, the elbow that was missed and then that pop up power slam, shit was fire. It was quick and it was clean. And then the counter roll up by LA Knight to win the match. At first, I thought he was gonna grab the ropes and do some villain pin, but he didn't. He just made sure he leaned more into the pin to get the win. And I don't see this feud between the two ending at all. I actually see maybe two more matches between the two, and Carmelo Hayes probably taking the next one when they do fight. And I would love to continuously see them fight until LA Knight gets Logan. But at the same time now, if Melo is winning, that might open eyes to have a Melo match, and Melo might be there in a three-way with them. So be careful what you're doing, fellas. This is getting real interesting.
I would like to see that. I would love to see a three-way with a three-way match. Excuse me, with Logan. Yeah,
safe,
I
safe,
gotta be
safe
careful.
word. Triple threat. Safe, triple threat. Triple threat. There we go.
Triple threat. Triple threat. Because for a second, I almost used some. I don't want to use that. But yeah, Jay, I agree. It'll be cool to see them three go at it. I would love that. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying this, what wrestlers call a dance. When you have two opponents that's in the ring like this and they dance, and it's just like a smooth, rhythmic, type of dance. And you just enjoy it. And it's nice and smooth, almost like a smooth record playing. And you know how a record skips and you go, hey, hey, shoot the DJ. But in this case with these two, the type of personalities they have is the type where whatever situation you put them in, they can adapt to it and make it their own. And whoever you put them against, they can adapt to that person, read it to their frequencies, and just make it work. So yeah, Des, that's quite a compliment. The fact that you was angry that it ended. That's good because you like to see them and you didn't want it to end, but it has to
Right.
end, and hopefully we will see it continue real soon. And yeah, Logan Paul has to stick his nose in here some way, somehow, just for the sake of the story. Yes,
Facts. I have something to say real quick.
say it.
I feel that Melo is aiming, and this goes back to something I said to you guys a few weeks ago as well, by what Shawn Michaels told him prior to him going up to the main roster. I think Melo can be the modern day Shawn Michaels because of the fact that he's small, but he can adapt his style to anyone that he's in the ring with, whether it's Cody, whether it's Corbin, who else, whether it's LA Knight. I think he has that ability to do that, to adapt his style so it can fit anyone. And that's what made Shawn Michaels so special. And I think that's what's going to make Melo so special. And because he got the mic skills. That is without a doubt. there. So I think that's the deal with him. I'm gonna ride with him, man.
Yeah, I agree. I could see Shawn Michaels saying that to him, but we all know that there's only one Shawn Michaels because the difference between them two is the fact that Shawn Michaels was more flashy. He was more in your face. He has that theme song, that cocky, conceited theme song that we all love, and I'm sure all of us guys had said, I'm a sexy boy, hands off the merchandise. You know what I mean? Like I've said that plenty of times to women and had them
But
laugh, but I was serious.
you don't think you calling yourself him is not cocky? I am him. Like, I'm him. There's nothing else that you need to look for. I'm him. Like, that's
Right.
fucking cocky as shit too.
Sure it is. I'm not saying it's not, but that's a smoother way. Like even the way you said it, you said, I'm him. As opposed to Shawn Michaels, was just a sexy boy.
Well, I
Like
mean, yeah, of course. But that's old school WWF music being made. Imagine what Jim Johnston would have probably did for Mello if he was still working for WWE. He probably would have gave him some shit that was fucking fire too. I mean, not to say that his theme song isn't fire, but I'm not saying that he's going to be Shawn Michaels. I'm just saying he's like the modern day Shawn Michaels, like today, this era's version of what Shawn Michaels was, as far as like his ability in the ring and to adapt his style to be anybody's style. Other than that, no comparison. But yeah, and height wise and size.
They're almost the same size, aren't they? Or is Mello bigger? They seem like the same.
I don't know, dude. Because that was another thing that I was saying to myself today while watching this match. I'm like, damn, Mello against everybody that he's faced so far on the main roster, he looks so fucking small. But when he was on NXT, he did not look that small. So I don't know if it's the arena. I don't know if it's the opponent. I don't know what it is, but right now he looks completely small compared to everybody else that he's in the ring with. And I think Shawn might be taller than him. I don't know.
I need to look into that. We need to look into that.
Shawn Michaels is 6'1". Carmelo Hayes is 5'10".
So yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Mello is 210 pounds, and Shawn Michaels is 225.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
But there you go. There you go.
I'ma still ride with Mello.
Of course. Of course. And I'll give LA Knight his flowers because we all know that I am not the biggest LA Knight fan, the whole that whole thing. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but he's working it. He knows he found his niche and he's working it. He's rocking it. So I give him his credit. I give him his flowers, and his in-ring skills. It's not bad. It's good. It's good. I'll say that. So there you go, LA Knight. You have a potential new fan here, courtesy of Shane O'Mac. Mac, not Max. Mac. Don't know who did that. Whoever did that promo for us. He called me Max. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we should give him because you had it right the first time. Yeah. Because you said it right in the opening and then the closing. And I said, wait a minute. Now, ever since Des said it, I can't unhear it.
Dude, I literally put my hands to the headphones and squeezed my ears. I was like, did I just hear what the fuck that's why I was like, Shane, play it back. I'm like, I did it. I never noticed it until that show. I was like, oh shit. This whole time, we just let it rock. I never realized it. And then that night, I was really paying attention. I was like, He said Shane O'Max.
And I never noticed until you said he said it. And I said, oh, shit. It was right there under our noses the whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Just like how, did you ever notice? Did you ever notice that he said follow the buzzers?
I don't know. Maybe he was excited. Maybe he was rushing when he did that. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still love the promo and I'll continue to use it, but it's just funny.
I would think also you got to change the PPV part to PLE since we're in the new generation as well. Within that.
Well, you speak to Juan about that.
Yeah, maybe next season we'll because there will be another season. So maybe then we'll have a a new everything.
Absolutely. With a lot of new everything, right?
Wink, wink. Absolutely. Absolutely. To be continued. So since me and Des is happy, let me make Jay happy as we go backstage. We go backstage, and guess what? It's that time, everyone. It's Tiffy time as she runs into our Queen Naya. Let's see what they say.
Obviously, besides myself, you are my favorite to win Queen of the Ring. And as Queen of the Ring, I can't help but notice that there are so many people going for you. And I just want to let you know that I have your back. The Queen of the Ring and the Princess of the Ring. No one could stop us. Just think about it. Doodles!
I mean, is she promoting a possible new women's tag team? I.e., Queen and Princess, the Queen and the Princess of WWE? What? How does that sound, fellas?
I don't mind. I definitely don't mind.
Because
interesting dynamic. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, because they're actually like mad cool together. Like, she just recently took pictures of her wearing Tiffy time. She actually has Naya's crown that she's wearing it and doing the what you call it, that boomerang video thingy where she's taking it, putting it on, take it off, putting it on thing. So they're actually like mad cool. They have like chemistry outside of the ring. So this would be interesting. But does Nia need her?
No, of course not. Tiffy needs Nia. She needs that veteran rub. That veteran rub. That's what she needs. And why not go with another heel at that? I actually liked it. Nia didn't even have to say a word, and I still enjoyed that segment between the two of them. Oddly enough. Yeah, oddly enough, like she didn't have to say a goddamn word, and I was like, I like this. I don't know why. Again, it goes back to like Ariana Grace and Chelsea Green. Something we didn't think about happening, and it happened. Is like, I like this. This is, they got something here. So it's another one. It's like, okay, give me more. So do you think they're gonna give us more?
I hope so. I hope so.
Of course.
Because I kind of see an angle that they kind of going with in wrestling nowadays, and that they're throwing veterans alongside the newcomers. Like we just seen the segment with LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes. We see Tiffy and Nia. We see Natty with everybody. I like the mixture that we get. Even Austin Theory you could throw into that picture where he's fighting the veterans, him and Waller fighting veteran guys. It's a cool mixture of how they doing it, and I feel it is, they just basically teaching them the ropes of how to get from point A to point B. And if you can't get there, then go to catering.
But I agree with you, Jay, 100%. And that shows that management cares and they want to, develop their talent properly, even if it's on the main roster. we're not gonna coddle you, but we're gonna guide you and help you,
Right.
so you
Right.
don't fail, so you don't get lost in the shuffle. Maybe a lot of
Hello. Yep.
You're breaking up, Des.
Yep. Pick it up again.
I'm breaking up again.
You were for a second. Okay, now you good. Maybe.
They're losing me. I swear to God.
Say pick up.
Maybe. I'm so fed up because I was in a roll. I was on a roll, man, and now.
And that Eric Cartman fat bastard had his finger on that button. Say what you said.
I feel like I work for Smackdown, and then the TV just goes black. It comes back on, goes black, comes back on, goes black. Because, well, there goes my thought. My point is out the window now. So thank you, Stereo. Thank you.
That's terrible.
Thank you, Stereo. Thank you, fucking Stereo. Goddamn Stereo.
Move, bitch.
Who's that from? That sounds like is that Bernie Mac?
Listen again.
Move, bitch.
I was watching this movie and I was like, that line is hilarious. I need to put that on the mixer. White chick.
Oh man, that's a trivia question we have to answer. Jay, do you know it? I don't know it. It sounds so familiar.
No, I have no clue. I'm lost as hell.
Move, bitch.
It's from this movie called White Chicks when Marlon was his stomach was about to take a shit on himself and he ran into the bathroom and said, "Move, bitch."
Move, bitch.
I was cracking up in the house and I was like, I gotta put this on the mixer right now. But I never used it all week. It's been on there all week, but I've never used it until today.
It's such a fitting moment to use it. There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties.
Not
on my end. Not on my
it's
end.
only not your end. They'll hear it. They'll know. Everybody know.
Yeah, because I got new plugs out the ass right now. Everything's brand new over here because of the last difficulty I thought I had, but it wasn't.
That didn't sound right. You have new plugs out the ass? No wonder why you breaking in and out. I would break in and out too if I had new plugs on my ass.
Really, Shane? Really, Shane?
Yeah, that was overboard.
I'm just saying.
Move, bitch.
What else I got on here? What else I got on here?
Jay, where's your button, Jay?
Oh, no, not that
Oh,
one.
you got party horn.
Please don't.
Yeah, I do. Shane, you do know you weren't here, right? So I had to get the buttons that you usually use to try to make it feel like you were still here.
But I wasn't here. That's the point.
Yeah, but I can't do the DJ Young and Nut. And then it just be mad quiet after that.
Well, that's why you had Jay. Jay was supposed to, bang on his pipes or something.
I told him, I was like,
assimilate.
I told him, I was like, Jay, do the pew 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 sound, and he did it. And then Lawan was like, Lawan did what he did, and that's I think I shared that with y'all at one point. It was one of the funny moments. And then Jay was like, Mundo's daddy. Yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious. I was in the middle of I was like, it's DJ. And then I had to go on mute because I was cracking up so hard. That shit was so funny. It was mad random.
That was both funny. The fact he said it and how it caught you totally off guard, and we can hear that you was caught off guard. Like, it was both funny.
That shit hit my ears. I was like, because it was
I remember I was messaging you too. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck did I just say?
Yeah, he didn't even have a clue. And I was like, yo, I sent it to him. I was like, that's what you said. You said Mundo's daddy.
Shit.
Oh man.
That was good. That was our laugh for tonight. So that's good. Courtesy of Triple J out of all people.
Right.
Ain't that something? Jay has a funny bone.
Oh no!
Wonderful
Matter of
known.
fact, I uploaded the laugh of the week, and it was brought to you by Triple J as well and Lawan from.
Nice.
I think it was from Monday. Yeah.
Cool.
Jay
Wow,
said, "What?"
Jay stepping up.
Jay was like, "What the fuck is a
A
4-1?"
4-1.
So, yo, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Hey, Lawan, we see you down there.
Hi,
Mhm.
Lawan.
Hey, Lawan, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. TGIF, man. Make that money, big money. All right, we are still we're in a happy mood. That's good. We only have like 3 segments left for our SmackDown recap. Let's go on the ring. For we have a very interesting promo coming from our current WWE Women's Champion, Bayley. She has something to say, and this is what she has to say. If I can find what she has to say, because it's very important. Here we go. Here it is. There it went, brother. And here we go.
Now you all saw that graphic, right? Next week at Clash at the Castle, I step into unfamiliar territory when I face Piper Niven for the very first time. Which seems insane after how long I've been here.
Oh, the role model mentioning her challenger's name, and boom, Piper Niven has arrived with Chelsea Green.
Bayley. You talk such a big old game for being such a big old loser. Oh, come on. The only reason they're booing me is because they're losers too. See, Bayley, you were a loser in Saudi Arabia. You were a loser last week. Oh, and don't forget, you have a loser tag team partner in little glowy girlfriend Naomi. And you're going to be a loser yet again when Little Miss P finishes you and we become your new WWE Women's Champion.
You know, before we continue, never mind all of that. God damn. Talk about winning. What the hell is Chelsea Green serving us tonight? I mean, man.
Who, Dewdrop? Dewdrop?
No.
Oh,
He did not say Dewdrop.
Not even
He said
close
Chelsea.
to saying
He said
Dewdrop.
Chelsea Green. He
I
said
said
Chelsea
Chelsea
Green.
Green. I mean,
Who's Chelsea Green?
If you're a Dewdrop fan, then okay, we could say she looked cute too. But no, the outfit.
No,
just because of the outfit, you was what? What happened?
I was gonna call her by her other name, but I forgot it. It just completely jumped out of my goddamn head.
Yo, the fact that when Chelsea called her Little Miss P, I said, uh-oh. You could go a lot of ways with that joke right there, bro. What? She got
Chelsea,
a little P? She got a little P? What?
Really? Chelsea had a Chad Gable moment tonight too.
Mm-hmm. I don't blame her wearing those heels. You see them heels? Those are like 7-inch heels.
Yes,
she's standing taller than Piper. Yes,
right. And I didn't like that actually, Shane. I actually did not like that. I thought that was bad because she made Piper look small.
She did.
I did not like that.
That whole look gave me, let it rain type of, yeah. And I'm not the only one. Twitter is like blowing up based on her outfit. But I digress, and we will continue. But Chelsea Green. Give me your address, girl. Mm-hmm. Let me put on my Dez.
Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green.
Rock.
You play
Hey,
Rocksteady? You being sexy with Rocksteady?
Chelsea Green.
No, I thought you was gonna play like.
I can't put Shaft on because the Shaft is the big black coffee. They can't do that. Can you dig it?
Well, I thought you was gonna play another like smooth song that would complement, the fact that you're talking like this.
I mean, to be honest,
but
it's Friday.
Rocksteady.
It's Friday. I don't have my computer with me. Fridays, I don't use computer. It's Shane's show. Shane got the computer. Monday and Tuesday, that's when I usually have it.
Ah, okay.
I got to produce two shows.
So you have
two shows.
Okay, well, shout out to Chelsea Green. Give me your address, girl, so I can give you a cup of Shane O'Mac coffee. I don't feel sexy that like I feel like
just pop to it.
Chelsea Green. Chelsea.
Bounce to it.
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Like that. There you go.
Yeah, like that.
Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I sound like Chad Gable now.
But I think
Chelsea
that's more of her
Green.
speed. I think more of her speed is like that, a little bounce to it. That's her. That's what it gives off.
Yeah, she could totally dance in that outfit to that song.
Mm-hmm. Think about.
All right, well, let's continue because there's more to say. I just wanted to shout out Chelsea Green and her attire. Chelsea?
That's funny. I think I remember me beating you in Saudi, but you must have forgotten that. Look, I can relate to this whole mouthpiece thing, okay? I get you want to speak for someone and stand behind someone who's big and strong, but let me just tell you, Piper doesn't need you. And unlike you, Piper, I respect you. I've watched you for a long time. In fact, at Mae Young Classic, I sat front row and watched you live for the very first time, and I immediately appreciated what you can do in this ring. I immediately had respect for who you are. So I know when we take this next weekend to your home country, that this means more than just a title match for you. I know what it means to wrestle in front of your family, in front of your friends, in front of the people that you came up in this business with. It means everything. And I've been there before, Piper, and I've lost in front of everyone I love. So as much respect as I have for you, Piper, you could have just asked for a title match. But no, you jump me from behind, you bring your little puppy along everywhere you go. So guess what? Next week in your home country, I'm gonna have some damn fun beating you.
Don't worry, Bailey. I embarrassed you enough last week, and I'm saving beating the brakes off you for next week in front of my home country. I'm so glad that you have this respect for me and my journey. And maybe I'd take it a little more to heart if it wasn't for the fact that you know nothing about me and my journey. The Mae Young Classic was in 2017. And Brett, say what? I've been digging and clawing my way out of the trenches and putting Scottish wrestling on the map since 2008. So while you walked into a ready-made scene, dishing out hugs and high fives in the performance centre, I was busy being a trailblazer. I was making a name for myself, winning championships all over the UK, Europe, and Japan. Bailey, I was already a world champion before I even stepped through this door. And if you had any idea just how dangerous I really am, you wouldn't dare stand so close to me. And you can respect me all you like, but it won't stop me from drilling your head into the mat and taking that title off you. But I hope the respect you have for me makes it a little less painful when you look up at these lights and see me standing over you, your new WWE Women's Champion.
1 week from tomorrow. Wow. I am giving flowers and even more flowers to Miss Pepper Nivens. That was by far the best promo I have ever heard from her. The little history lesson there. She's been in this since 2008, doing shit between then and now. That was absolutely awesome. Des and Jay, what are you guys' thoughts on this promos between both ladies?
Well, that's the best promo that you heard from her because we don't hear her speak, pretty often anymore. Like Bailey mentioned, Chelsea basically does all the talking now, so you forget that element with Piper. So it was good that she snatched the mic out of Chelsea's hand and spoke for herself. And like you said, she gave us an understanding of her journey to why she's the number one contender for the WWE Women's Championship. And I became invested because, I've been pretty pissed off with how Bailey's run has been going since WrestleMania. But tonight, it makes sense. Not just the fact that it's her home country, but, one, I like the fact that Triple H is pushing the stars that Vince were just leaving in limbo after they made their, main roster debuts. And I like the fact that he's getting his hands on the people that he nurtured in NXT when he was there, and because he understands them. So I'm actually grateful for it. And I'm more understanding of the whole Piper Niven angle. And it's only right because she's massive and she should be pushed the way she's being pushed now as a force. Being, was it 2-drop and all that extra shit that Vince had her doing, which was just stupid. From what I remember, I think her name was Piper Niven from Jump in NXT and beyond. So I'm all for it. And I just wish that they have a really good match that makes both of them look really, really well. That, even in a loss, it'll still put Piper into the women's main event, division or section or whatever like that. And it also solidifies Bailey's current run as WWE Women's Champion. So I applaud Triple H for pushing her and then also giving us this tonight where we can all be like, all right, I get it now. I understand it. Because I remember last week or before I was questioning and I was like, I don't get it. How did we get here with this? But I get it now. So yeah, Jay?
Yeah, you pretty much hit every point on this. But what, the little points I got from it was the fact that Piper needed this more than anybody as far as to get anything that she needed out of her. We don't know too much on her as far as when she talks because she's just all fight and everything. And the fact that we actually got to hear her, now we can believe her. So Bailey, as we said last week, you got two big girls after you. You better do your homework, eat your Wheaties, do all you can do because shit, the world, this title run that you're gonna have is very tough. Good luck. Bailey came out there looking all casual, chill. Not they didn't even give away 5 seconds to say what she had to say, but it was meant to be. And the fact that she said her journey started in 2008 in her country, and the fact that she won titles there and everything, and made a name for herself. She made sure to tell Bailey, don't think about it as me being in NXT in 2017 when it was 2.0 and it was this and it was that. No, look at my grind from before. So I feel there's gonna be a big crowd momentum for a girl like Piper Niven when it comes to this event next weekend. You never know, we might get a title change. See.
Jay, Shane, what I meant when I said that we had a Chad Gable moment with Chelsea tonight is when she said that Piper Niven would win their WWE Women's Championship and they become the women's champion. I was like, girl, it don't work like that, but okay. I was like, okay, Chad 2.0, like, all right.
Right. And I could totally see her like trying to hold the title up, and she goes, "Now I'm just holding it for you, so you can free your hands to do what you want, but let me hold that belt for you," and yet parade around as if it's hers. Absolutely, that's her character, Jay, isn't it?
Right, that is. And isn't
Hmm.
she's playing her role right.
Yep.
So I accept it.
Yep.
Are you
But
guys not liking her more and more though? I mean,
I know I fucked with Chelsea.
I've
I fucked
never
with her.
not like not then now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever not liked her. I think her having that special interest made me invested in her more. And then yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever not liked Chelsea. And then seeing what I saw on her during our break, the 2 days that we're off, and I seen her in Lucha Underground when she faced a male competitor and had a hell of a match against him. I was like, oh, so she has that in her bag if she wants to. I was like, okay, all right, I get it. She's just playing along with this character that she has. But when she was there with a different character name, she's a fucking tough competitor, dude. Like, so I became even more invested in her. So I'm with it. I'm with it.
but I just want to see, will she get to that again here, and who would it take to get that Chelsea out of her? Because I'm not going to lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of Chelsea when she first started, but she grew on me. She definitely grew on me, and I wouldn't mind seeing this Chelsea, what we have right now, to flip it and be a little bit more tough in the ring. And then once that bell rings and she celebrates, she flips it back and be that same Chelsea Green. You understand what I'm saying? Like the whole flip of the coin type of thing.
Yeah, I get
But
you.
after, mm-hmm.
I think the issue is like when she came in and management wise, her style might have been too aggressive. Like Jay, if I'm not mistaken, with the same thing with the Japanese women, like Io and Asuka and all of them, their styles outside of WWE is more aggressive. That's why they call it strong style, correct?
Correct. Yeah, similar to like how Shinsuke at
Right.
one point was strong style.
Right, but they had to blend in with WWE. They had to tone that down. So I think that's why it's the same thing with Chelsea. She had to tone down what she does, and then she was probably just flipped it and said, "You know what? Well, then let me just get this type of character going, completely opposite of what I've been doing and what people who watch other wrestling companies know me for."
Right. Right. Because I could see eventually her get out of that character and turn into the old way, the devious style. And I wouldn't mind it, but let it be slow. Let it be a slow process.
Right. And Shane, would you rather that? You would rather see her just flip the script and become more serious and her fighting style become more serious?
I wouldn't mind seeing a situation that would lead to that. I don't want to see it just happen because she's capable of doing it. I want someone to give her a reason to do it. That would be an awesome storyline for me, especially of the fact that we are invested in what she's doing right now. Like I'm enjoying her, but goddamn that outfit tonight. Oh, that's all I'm saying. That outfit, fellas.
What if it was
Good
Piper?
grief.
What
Wearing
if
that outfit?
no.
Oh my God, Jay, can you imagine? Oh my
No,
goodness.
Shane, I'm saying,
You
what if it was
imagine?
Piper who caused Chelsea to flip the script? Piper thinking Chelsea is exactly this character, helpless and can't do anything on her own, always got to fight behind somebody or whatever like that. And then she just completely flips the script and beats Piper's ass. Like, wouldn't that just, your mind wouldn't explode if you saw that on TV?
I could see that happening because this is the first time we've seen Piper tonight. This is like, not only did we see it, but we heard her, and we heard her loud. Not the clearest, but we heard her loud. And I'm sure the more she talks on the microphone, the more clear and the more we'll understand her better. But tonight was an awesome start for her. I do not want this to be the last time we hear from her. Again, if Chelsea wants to talk on her behalf, Piper, just snatch the mic and say, "Step back, I got this." And like Des says, this will be the beginning of the separation, because more and more, and as we move forward, Piper is going to discover that she doesn't need Miss Green anymore. And maybe that will be the moment where Chelsea will turn into Kel Greens. Yeah. Yeah.
Kel Greens.
Yeah. All right. So it's time for me to piss you guys off, because we have a little video package from Jay's favorite, Logan Paul.
I can't even believe I have to waste my time addressing this, but I heard there's a WWE megastar who's never won a title that's looking for me. LA Knight, why don't you take off those Temu sunglasses and, I don't know, take a look around, buddy? I ain't there. I needed an actual challenge, unlike beating you, so I came to Los Angeles, your turf, because tomorrow I'm competing in the World Tetris Championships, and I'm coming home with another belt, something you're unfamiliar with. And I know you're stupid, so let me make this simple for you, stupid. I'm Logan Paul. I compete with the best in the world, real champions. You have done nothing to merit my attention. You are a walking catchphrase in a denim vest, you hillbilly-looking ass Aladdin. So, let me tell you something, bro. There's levels to this. You are not on mine, so go back to the mid-card where you belong. With everybody saying, Logan Paul. Yeah!
Love him or hate him, you got to love him, Dez. You got to love him, Jay. Logan Paul. You got
Logan Paul.
Hey, Jay, who was I talking about just now?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
There we go, right?
There you go.
I finally figured out how to turn this shit down in my ears so it don't bother me no more. Because back then, I think I was using the mixer for the first time, and I was like, God damn, they're loud as fuck in my ears. But you know what? You can't, like you said, love him or hate him. You gotta love this dude, because he's actually another one that's pretty good as far as like promos. He might get a little nervous in the ring doing a promo, but if it's a recorded one, he's good. The whole Tetris thing, to each his own, whatever. He's rich, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But he really came at LA Knight. That was shots fired right there. And let's see where that leads, because man, oh man. He called him a mid-carder. He called him a mid-carder. While holding the U.S. title, he called him a mid-carder. I'm looking like, wait, but
wow.
And I'm like,
you a mid-title
champion. But I was like, you know what? He just came off a main event, Saudi Arabia. He's main evented a few times, but I'm like, bro, you are the champion of the mid-carders on SmackDown. You do know that, right?
Right. Or maybe he thinks he's top tier because of the fact that he main event and he has a title, and the fact that his prime is like all over the place.
By the way,
yeah, baby, you winning, so there you
by
go.
the way, Shane, was tonight not an awkward and random ass night for them to have the prime mat out and all that extraness, the prime around the ring and prime express or whatever the fuck that shit was called, that I guess it sponsored a match. Like, I thought it was a pay-per-view situation. I didn't know it was going to be on random ass Smackdowns too.
Yeah, apparently they had the logo in the middle of the ring, and he had his little cart. It was the blue bottles. Remember? And I think it was it Kevin Owens that knocked down the big bottle?
Yeah,
when
he's like,
he
get the
came
shit out of
around.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, knocked the shit
but
down.
did you
Yeah.
see the what they did? I guess TKO or I guess Triple H or Nick Khan might have been like, yes, it's beautiful. It's nice to have that as a sponsor. But did you notice what they did? How they changed the Prime bottle in the middle of the ring?
What did they change it to? I thought it looked the same. It's different.
Yes, they added the WWE logo to it. So now it says WWE Prime instead of it just being Prime. I was like, oh. I was like, okay, yes. Well, yes, you're gonna give somebody else the middle of your mat. You goddamn right we're gonna put our fucking logo in the middle of our goddamn ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the
Because
fuck
they
we
say,
look
yes,
like?
it's Prime, but don't forget, we are WWE. That's what that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It's like, it's Prime, but in WWE. Don't forget,
Right.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's what that was.
Like, I was like, okay, I respect it more. You know, it says WWE Prime. Always remember this is WWE.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of prime time, we got one more promo. We are looking at, and we just spoke about her, Chelsea Green, and I guess an outfit that Des would like to see Piper in next week, Miss Piper. And yeah, they're in the back, and they're walking and talking, and then this happens.
And I'm Ruth. And I say dress code, all crop tops, pink confetti, maybe a champagne fountain. Oh, perfect.
I need to be living right now. That briefcase has my name.
They call this and Naomi.
You, Chelsea Green, I heard what you said out there. This is a fair warning. Keep my name out your mouth.
Ew, Naomi. Anyway,
Ew, 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 ew. It's what they're gonna be saying when they gotta pull me up off you because I ain't even been messing with you.
It has been a day, to say the least. So I don't have time for this right now. So let me just ask you this. Would you two face each other one-on-one next week on Smackdown from Glasgow if you could keep your hands off each other right now?
Perfect.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, Sculpture, get on it.
Mm-hmm. So there we have it, fellas. We have a match with Chelsea Green versus Naomi, as well as, while we're on the subject, Queen Nia versus Michin. So forget Michin, she threw a drink at Nia's face after Queen Nia and Tiffy Time had their little talk.
I was about to say, well, we skipped that. Aw.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Totally went over my head.
Because that
But
shit
here's
was
something.
hilarious.
It was hilarious. What happened? I forgot what was said between the two. I think Minchin said something, and then she just grabbed the cup that was near her and just sprayed it on Nia's face.
Nia said something to her. She's like, she said that Michin needs to step out of her face, and then she mentioned AJ Styles and saying that she should have retired like he should have. And then that's when she took the cup of soda. It looks like Pepsi. It looked like it was Pepsi, and threw it in her face. And then Nia threw her over the table. And then Nia slipped on the Pepsi and fell. The crowd started laughing. And then she got up, and the people were trying to stop her. And then she fell again, and the crowd started laughing even more. I was like, "Yo, this." I don't think this was thought too well because, bruh. Oh, that was funny.
And had to be Pepsi out of all drinks. Ugh.
It was brown.
Yeah, not coffee, but Jay's favorite Pepsi.
But his boo.
Yeah, both of them are his boos. You know, Queen Nia and the Pepsi. Yeah. But here's a question, Jay and Dez. With the promo, you saw the picture of, Queen Nia versus Miching for their bout next week. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice
Yeah.
the way Miching was positioned, the way she posed? She did the Bullet Club hand gesture. Did you notice that?
What the what they do in the OC? Like the too
The
sweet?
wolf pack. Yeah.
Yeah, with the fingers and the two outer fingers sticking up, and then the two fingers connected to the thumb. Yeah, she did that. She did that hand gesture on the the promo poster with her and Nia Jax for next week.
Right. I figured that they're all back together now. I mean, AJ came out with them tonight. He drove into the arena with them, and I guess all is forgiven. Because remember, she said at the end of that segment, she said, "Keep AJ's name out your mouth. Keep AJ's name out your mouth. Keep AJ's name out your mouth." I was she kept saying that over and over. I'm like, okay, girl, that is not your man. Chill. And they didn't. I guess they didn't want to keep. I guess they didn't want to put the camera back on Nia because she kept falling. So they just like keep it on me.
That's fucked up, bro. She busted her ass
Twice.
crazy.
I'm like, damn, girl, you threw this chick over the table and then you fall.
And then you fall. Ugh.
And then
Just
they
a
try to
clumsy
stop you, and then you
Smurf.
fall again, and you just slipping like crazy.
Ugh, so clumsy. Ugh,
Yo.
should call her Flop Dollar. Yeah.
Mind you, Flop Dollar just won his first championship, but anyway.
Ugh, I saw that.
TNA, the digital champion. Some shit
Did you know? Did you know? Yeah. What is it called? The social media champion, something like that?
The digital championship.
The digital. What is that? What the fuck is that? What are you? What are you, a Donkey Kong or something? What is that?
That's exactly what he is.
Bruh.
And then you said it, not me.
Then he had the fake, what do you call it? He had the fake, what's the entourage used to be called here? What they used to be called? Oh, man. Jay, what was the name of their stable?
Hit Row.
Right. He had the fake Swerve there. I think he called him either Swerve or something. I think he called him Swerve. Actually, the dude that he was
his name is Swerve. The dude that he's with?
Yeah. Right? I was like, no way. I'm like, okay, I get it. That was your idea. But bro, no. Swerve is he's in AEW with the same name. With the same name.
Actually, Jay, isn't that Rich Swan?
Yeah,
I think Rick Swan.
He called him
Swan,
Swerve Swan. Swerve Swan.
He called Swerve Swan.
God.
Ugh.
God. I didn't even
and
know.
they had another black man there that they didn't even really introduce. Shane, so we saw the same video.
I saw that when what was that? That was last week, wasn't it? Like last weekend or something like that? Where he won that, yeah. Yeah, that's one guy. He's such a jive turkey. I don't like him. He's just a jive turkey. I don't know. That's the name that comes to my mind. He's just so jivey. I don't know. I'm not buying it.
Because it's just like, you know who he is, and I think he should have just settled for a because he was a part of the original WWE Most Wanted Treasures. He was one of the original people to go out and look for stuff. I think he should have just settled for that and maybe do Rivals so you can still stay relevant. But I guess he wanted to wrestle, so I'm pretty sure they probably gave him an option, like, you want to do this, or we're gonna have to let you go.
No, well, congratulations to him on being the digital champion, Super Mario Brothers champion. Yeah. All right, fellas, we made it. We are at our main event for tonight. This is match number 4, Daz. It was 4 matches tonight, but that's okay because there was a lot of good stories that was being told, so I don't mind it.
Typical SmackDown.
Yeah. This is our 6-man tag team that was created earlier with with the New Jack City Bloodline Part 2 versus Kevin Owens and Bobby and Friends, the Street Profits. I don't understand why they had B-Fab walk out with them and she gives them a sugar and then she walks away. Like, how come she can't step to the side, on the ring side, like how Scarlett does with Final Testament or any
Them
other
heels.
managers?
It was those heels. That
Is that what
man,
it
shorty,
was?
she couldn't get down in them heels. She was walking so fucking slow with them on, and when she came out, anyway, she could barely do her little spin to turn around.
She sure could. She was struggling, but she looked cute. That's the
Right.
important thing. I look
So
too cute in these
Shane,
shoes.
you finally stupid. Shane, so from when she first came into Bobby and Friends coming from Hit Row, you weren't really feeling her in the way she was dressing. But since then, since after Mania, how have you felt? We haven't heard you complain about it. Has she grown into her Bobby and Friends role and not being Hit Row B-Fab? Like, is she more appropriate for you?
I mean, my thing was she didn't fit overall. When it at the beginning, to me, she didn't fit at all. Clothes, attitude, everything. She just seemed off. But then they did that promo where she finally like spoke, and it was then that she got me. And then it was then that even she started to change to look more like part of the Friends of Bobby and Friends. And even tonight, she looked like she was part of it, but unfortunately, we only saw her at the edge of the ramp, and then she turns around slowly and then walks away, rather than stand at the side of the ring.
And what did I tell you, Shane, from the beginning? I said, Shane, give it some time.
Mm-hmm.
Give her some time. And you did. And you did. No, and you did. You did, Shane.
I'm saying you told me to do that, and I said, you know what? I'll be fair. Like that's the thing with me. There's people I don't like, and then you guys say, why don't you give them a chance instead of just jumping, immediately to not liking them? Like that's the thing that you two have taught me here at the Three Bells, to at least give people a chance. So that's what I did. So that's why I'm saying, yes, you did that, and thank you for doing that. Because I would have kept a closed mind. I like her,
It's not about you saying it. I'm just saying that you did. And look at her now. She actually did change through time. We just had to give her some time. Like it's completely different dynamics between Hit Row and Bobby and Friends. Completely different. You see what happened. Most of Hit Row, if not all of them, are gone. And Bobby and Friends are still here and being featured on TV. So that alone tells you that the dynamics are different. So I congratulate you again, Shane. Give you your 3 bells for hanging in there and letting her evolve right in front of your eyes.
And the sad part is now we only get her walking a couple of steps out and then a couple of steps to the back. Oh, now you want to do that. Before you had her standing on the side of the ring, cheering them on. And now the fact that she has more fans, including this fan here, Shane O'Max, now you want to have her just take a couple steps, make sure she have on painful heels. They look cute, but they painful. What did I do now?
You said Shane O'Max.
Yeah, I know. I did that on purpose. Yeah, you caught that. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
All right. We're gonna roll with that story, brother. We're gonna roll with that.
Yeah, I totally put that on purpose, and I said, let me see how long it's gonna take for her. I'm surprised Jay didn't catch that. Because Jay would be like,
what the fuck is Shane O'Max?
Logan and this is coming from Logan Paul. This is the guy that calls me Shane McMahon. So yeah.
That was funny. That was another funny moment too. Yo, that was another funny moment too.
Shane McMahon.
Yo, I'm like, I said, who's Shane McMahon?
Come on, yo.
Man. Okay, I'm
Jay,
sorry.
since we have your attention,
Yeah.
let's talk about this final main event match. The Bloodline Part 2 versus KO and Street Profits. Headed. And then Des, you can follow.
Well, with this match, I'm not even gonna call them the Bloodline anymore. I'm gonna just call them STL, Solo, Tonga, Loa. That's what I'm calling it. And they fought the Street Profits and KO, profiting off KO. That's what I'll call them. So Dawkins, as usual, looking all right, but didn't seem like it was the Dawkins that I've been seeing in the past couple of weeks. Also, Taz was really bouncy in the ring as well, and Tama, he did all right. Did all right, minus the running back and forth that he did and flinged himself outside the ring. I don't know what that blooper was for, but he shouldn't have done that. Also, you know, I noticed towards the end of the match where Solo took out Tez with a spear. Was that a shot at Roman? Is what I was thinking. And then he proceeds to hit him with a chair to the back, and the match ends. And then another shot at Roman with the shield bomb. I said, no fucking way. Are you kidding me? All the shots that they're taking at Roman, and this shit keeps on like the pot is boiling, the water's hot. But what you're doing is all but surely gonna end in a bad way for them later on down the line. You're testing them. So y'all lucky y'all got away with it tonight. But good resiliency from KO and the Street Profits and trying until they could tonight. Other than that, it was alright. It was an alright main event. It wasn't one of those main events that had me super hyped. It made me good. It made me happy at the end with how that shit happened at the end, mainly. Cause
Yeah, I'm gonna be quick. I just felt like this match gave off last week vibes when it was the Street Profits versus the Tonga Brothers. You just added in the dynamic of Solo and KO. Other than that, it was basically the same type of match. It was the Tonga Brothers isolating one of the Street Profits onto their side of the ring over and over and over, and then again you add the Solo into that mix. And I guess by the way that the match was designed, it was never about actually winning or losing. It was just about making a point. And I want to say this. I noticed Solo took 2 shots at Roman tonight. Well, matter of fact, maybe 4 if you add on earlier tonight. But in this particular match or after the match, he took 2 shots at him. Number one, when they were holding, I think it was Montez. Yeah, they were holding Montez, and he was about to give him the Samoan spike. And then he stopped, and he looked at the ropes, looked at his hand, looked at the ropes, and he smiled. And he said, fuck that. And he ran to the ropes and speared Montez. I was like, ooh, that's a subliminal right there. Hopefully people catch on because you've never seen Solo hit a spear before. I was like, that's shot number one for this section of the night. And then shot number 2 was the shield bomb that they did. I was like, oh my gosh, he's taking another shot at this dude. And he actually did, if I'm not mistaken, he did like the signal that they would do when the Shield would hit the shield bomb through the table. I was like, yo, this dude is taking shots at Roman right here in front of everybody's faces, and most people probably don't even realize what the hell they're seeing. they're just seeing KO go through a table or Montez being speared, but you don't see what's leading up to it. So that right there, those things right there actually meant more to me than the match itself. The match was a gimme, but I think those were the points that were wanting to be made in the whole match and segment in its own. And I also noticed, if you guys didn't, how Paul Heyman, whenever they showed him, he was completely in the opposite corner of the bloodline. He was nowhere near them, and just watching the match from afar, even though he's supposed to be their wise man, he was just watching in disgust or disbelief or just like, oh my gosh. And even at the end, when they're all throwing up their ones and he had both of his hands at the end of the night, whereas in the beginning of the night, he had one hand in his face, and at the end, he had both hands in his face, and then reluctantly threw up that one. And it was like barely threw it up, but he got screamed at. So I think those things matter more than the match itself. I think the match was just for the people there, but everything else was for us at home to digest and realize what the hell is going on. Obviously, things are not what they seem, and they're not what they're being, what's being relayed to us. And I believe eventually Paul is going to realize that, like, this stuff is not coming from Roman. Not at all. Shane.
What else is there to say? There's absolutely nothing else for me to say, because both you, Des, and Jay, you said it all. You said it all awesomely. So the only thing I can say, though, is stay tuned for more, because there's going to be more to this story. Guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our SmackDown recap. We're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to do our news clips and my favorite part of the night, birthday shout-outs. We'll be right back right after this.
You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast with Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac.
Acknowledge me.
Coming to you live each and every Monday night for Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night Smackdown, featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live on stereo and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Three Bells Podcast. TGIF to one and all. Thank you so much for everybody who has tuned in, who has dropped in and said hello. Well, said hello in spirits. I'd like to give a shout out to LaJuan and Andrew. Thank you guys for sticking in there and hanging out with us. Hope you're enjoying. It's time for the news. Let's go over to the news corner and let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. So, give me my belt. WWE and the National Hockey League has entered into an agreement to produce a WWE Stanley Cup Championship Legacy title belt. The belt or belts will commemorate the winner of this year's Stanley Cup Finals, which will be available to purchase following the completion of the series. And the series will begin this Saturday. Well, tonight, actually, with the Florida Panthers facing off against the Edmonton Oilers. I guess they're from Canada, something like that. And WWE, keep in mind, they also have partnerships with NFL and what we just saw tonight on SmackDown, the National League Baseball, the Baseball League, to produce customized title belts. They're in the belt business, everyone. And according to WrestleNomics, the June 4th episode of NXT, Jay, had secured 768,000 viewers. That was more than Miss Red's episode, which got 703,000 viewers. So there you go. So on Tuesday, fellas, WWE has filed a trademark application to protect their rights to the term WCW when it comes to paper products. So everything that WCW is on paper, cardboard, anything paper related, WWE is filing an official trademark application. We will stay on this story in terms of when it would actually go into full fruition. And finally, we saw her earlier today. It's Tiffy time to the max. For Miss Tiffany Stratton has signed with Paradigm Talent Agency for representation in all areas. They are, well, quote, they will work to build Stratton's business across books, graphic novels, acting, brand partnerships, speaking engagements, and much, much more. Those are our news clips for the week, everyone. Des and Jay, do you guys have any news stories that you would like to add before we continue?
I just want to go back to something that I said on Monday, which was Chad Gable's contract is officially up with WWE. It ended, I guess, at midnight, which brings us into Saturday. And I found out that representatives of AEW, who are, I guess, kind of close with Chad, are pressuring him and trying to get him to speak with Tony Khan. But it has also been reported that WWE has made a very generous offer to Chad as far as a new contract. So we'll see. We'll see if this dude shows up on Monday. And hopefully it can get the deal done. Because as you see, a lot of wrestlers have been going to AEW mainly just because of the fact they've been getting humongous contracts. It sounds pretty much like what we dealt with in the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars. So, Juan, you better talk to your guy. Back to you, Shane.
I got one news clip for you. It's actually breaking. It's actually breaking news, and it's the fact that Andrade is your new Speed Champion by beating Ricochet after SmackDown.
So Jay, I have a question because you've been saying that, you know, they're trying to keep him happy. What does that do now? Now he's no longer a Speed Champion. He's not a champion at all, and he's getting his ass whipped weekly now by Brian Breaker. How's his morale? And his contract ends this summer.
I don't think that was the icing that we needed on the cake, bro. I think Son could walk with some shit like that. Like, why give me this title and I can't promote it? I can't do nothing. I can't brag about it. I can't say shit. But you take it off of me in a 3-minute match. This is why we had that conversation last Tuesday as to, you know, they could have just revived the cruiserweight division instead of putting Ricochet through this bullshit. Now, he could have been the head guy for this. But it is what it is now. I got a feeling Son could walk with this.
Shane, any thoughts?
I'm just gonna. I guess we just hold on and see what they do with him. That's what I would say. I'm guessing that maybe they're gonna give him something bigger since they took the Speed Champion away from him. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a minute, and after that minute, if nothing happens, then yeah, I could see the AEW or the TNA shadow hitting his forehead, like right on the right hand side. But then again, you do have that sexy ass Samantha there as your ring announcer, so yeah.
Shane, you were there for that conversation we had when I read off what his friend Will Ospreay said, right? About how his booking has been bad. You think he might reach out to him and tell him, like, hey, look at this shit. Come over here. Come talk to Tony. We'll take care of you.
That's an option. That the fact that option is out there, and it's better said than done. Like, it's very easy to say that, but once I get there, is it going to be a different story, or will I actually be able to shine brighter here than on WWE had I held off and stayed there? It's it's one of those type of things, Des, where it's like, yeah, the money may be better here, but will I be able to work because I love this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what it's about? More so, I mean, yes, you want to make money, you want to make the most amount of money as possible, but at the
Right.
same time, isn't your passion for the business is
I
greater
think
than the money?
I think with him, I think his handcuffs will come off. I think he'll be able to do what he was able to do before coming to WWE. Like how I said before earlier with the ladies, how they and Shinsuke, they had to tone it down for WWE. He might be able to dial it back up to become Ricochet of old, because I believe he also owns that name. So, to be continued.
Well, absolutely. But whatever his decision is, I hope it's the best decision for him. And I know that it might have some effect on Samantha also. So it's not just him, it's like a them. You know what I mean? Because even if she is in that position, she's gonna of course go to him and be like, yo, what should we do? So we love you here, Ricochet, and we just want, what is best for you, man. Just like we love this segment. I love this segment. It's the birthday shout outs. Hey. If you're celebrating a birthday this week, we like to say happy birthday to everyone. For you also celebrated with these superstars. AJ Styles. He turned 47. And big man Lex Luger turned 66. And remember that big black guy from We Are the Nation, the Domination, Ahmad Johnson. He turned 61. And we're going to see him in his hometown next week, Drew McIntyre, for he is celebrating 39. And celebrating their birthday today is Kayla Braxton. She's the backstage interviewer for Smackdown. We didn't see her today because, well, she's turning her birthday. And she's also the co-host of The Bump. She turns 33. And fellas, this is our man right here. There's 4 of them. Take your pick. Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind, or just plain old Mick Foley, for he turns 59. Celebrating their birthdays tomorrow. Remember that Indian guy for back in the days? Tatanka? He's going to turn 63. And I don't know if she's going to be at work or if she's going to be in Dom's bed, Big Dom's dirty little bed. Liv Morgan, she's going to turn 30. And happy heavenly birthdays to one Robert James Gino Morella, also known as Gorilla Monsoon. Born 1937 and passed in 1999 at the age of 62. Also celebrating Idris Wayne Coleman Jr., also known as Superstar Billy Graham. Born 1943 and passed just last year, 2024, at the age of 79. And of course, the best ring announcer ever, Howard Finkel. Born 1950 and passed in 2020 at the age of 69. Those are your birthdays for this week of June 2nd to June 8th, everyone. And we'd like to say happy birthday to all of our superstars as well as the superstars in your lives. Des and Jay, are there any birthday shout-outs or anniversaries you would like to give at this time?
I just want to give a shout out to everyone I wish happy birthday to this week. I don't have a list. I'm sorry, But yes, happy birthday to everyone that I sent the happy birthday shout out to this week. Everyone that Shane mentioned. Shane, I had no clue Lex Luger was 66. Wow, that blew my mind. But shout out to him, man.
On my end, I have no birthday shout out to, put out there. But hey, it's Prince's birthday, and he would have been 66 himself today. So shout out to him and to everybody else you named on the list, Shane.
That's right. It is Prince's birthday. Happy birthday, Prince. Happy birthday to everyone. Well, here's another moment of our night, which we do every night here at the Three Bells podcast. We have what is called the Three Bells match and or moment of the night. Jay, let's start with you, and then that's the follow, and then I'll follow in terms of your match and or moment. Hit it.
Well, my match of the night would go to I'm gonna be real. Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller. And the fact that he hit that move in that match was my move. That was one of my move of the night as well. And I would say, yeah, that sums it up right there. That was my match and moment of the night when Grayson Waller hit that finisher tonight. It was clean, crispy, and the boy impressed. It's very impressive. Thank you.
All right. For me, I'm gonna do a first for myself. I have a match 1A and 1B of the night. 1A goes to, just like Jay just said, Johnny Gargano and Grayson Waller. I really enjoyed that match. Both guys look great tonight. Beautiful moves all around. Great storytelling. And my match 1B would be Mello and LA Knight. Like I told y'all, I was mad that the match was over for two reasons. One, because the match was over, and two, because Mello didn't win. But he won because he was hanging in there with a veteran. So that's my match chiz of the night. And my moment of the night will obviously go to our single, what is it called again, Shane? I always get it messed up. Single camera shot of the night.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got it right. That goes to that goes to Cody Rhodes and his whole segment that led from the parking lot all the way to the ring. I enjoyed that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's my matches and moment of the night.
Cool. My match of the night, I was going to say LA and Mello, but because I was so impressed by Gargano and Waller, Gargano and Waller will be my match of the night. However, LA and Mello, you come very, very close. Okay. But I was more impressed with Waller and Gargano. My moment of the night, even though it didn't happen tonight per se, because I missed last week and I saw this moment during the recap as we opened SmackDown tonight. It was when AJ Styles was reunited with the OC and the big brother bear hug, like it just really stuck to my heart because of the fact that AJ was such a real butthole to these guys. Like he was just being a total asshole to these guys. And AJ saw what he did. He noticed that he was wrong and he apologized. And now, the gang is back together. Got the band back. Yes. So, with that being said, those are my match and my moment of the night. So, fellas, are there any last thoughts about tonight before we close out? Des and Jay.
Yes, I do, because of the fact that you gave me the opportunity and you just mentioned that. Do you think that the OC will be involved in the match next Saturday between AJ and Cody, since they're back together now, and since it's a I Quit match, no disqualifications.
How could it not be an awesome match if they weren't there? And then Cody will have a surprise guest in his corner. Jay.
That's real fishy with all of that, especially with it being an I Quit match. Anything can happen, and I wouldn't be too surprised if the OC has him in the positioning where he's really getting hurt and they're trying to force him to quit. I could see some wild shit, and like you said, Shane, imagine Cody has his backup, and we don't know who his backup is yet. So this shit could get real interesting. The crazy shit is, I wouldn't be too surprised if it's fucking Axiom and Frazier on some bullshit.
Oh shit!
On some bullshit.
That's a good one right there.
Wow.
But wait. That's only if they lose the titles on Sunday. Remember, Battleground comes first. Battleground comes first. If they lose the titles on Sunday, that would be perfect. But my guest that I think would be out there for Cody is Arn Anderson. Do you think he can still hit a spine buster? Or is he too old?
I think he's too old for that.
He's too old, isn't he? He'll break his back.
And he
I
like
don't
in
know.
his mid-60s.
I wasn't following him in AEW, so I don't know. Look, it's just a
He's
one-off. You don't have
65.
to do a whole move.
He's in retirement age.
I mean, but is there such a thing in wrestling? Look, Ric Flair. Look at him. Beyond that, he's beyond 65. If you keep yourself in good shape, you don't know.
He could barely swing, that guy. That poor guy. We was looking at him like, what is he doing? Like,
Right, but I'm saying
God.
Arn seems to be in better shape than he is, and he's younger than him. So I'm saying it's one shot, one spot. I only need him to do it to one person. Cody might be able to handle one of the OC guys, and then Arn might come down and take care of the other one, and be his new manager.
You know what's the crazy thing? This is what Arn Anderson said when they asked him that question. He said, "I am old, but will be interested in seeing whether others thought it would be a good idea. Well, in case you don't know, I am 65 and my liver is 127. I am on short time and I don't have a lot of time. Would I come back in the right situation for a short term something with Cody? If anybody out there thinks it's a good idea, let me know. I don't know. I'll be something because he and I have never had that conversation. We had a couple of texts back and forth, and that never came up. So I went, and maybe that was just him testing the waters himself."
Wow.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I like it.
Oh, he brought it back.
You still doing that?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jay's tidbit of the night, because Jay, you had that queued up perfectly, bro. I don't even know where you got that from, but that's very good insight right there, my man. Very good insight. But I want to say this real quick before we go. Jay, I actually really like that idea of Axiom and Frazier. That's perfect.
Are you guys predicting the future? Like, it sounds like you're predicting the future by saying that they are going to be
again
at this next PLE because they lost at this one that's about to happen to these same guys.
It would make sense. It would make sense.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Shane, you opened the door to that question. And that's what it is. So I just had to think about, who it is. And at that, look at this. Nathan Frazier is British. There you go. He's British.
I mean, it's right there. The writing is right there. Why not?
Right.
Why not? That would be awesome.
Why not have the Good Brothers as NXT World Tag Team Champions and possibly have AJ Styles as the WWE Champion, at least for now? Like, that would be crazy because nobody would see that coming. Nobody would see that coming with Cody losing.
Right.
But y'all
The
did say,
crybabies will cry even more.
but you guys said that he has a movie coming up.
There's a movie coming up, so he's going to need that time to be away, and this is a good way to do it. Either now or maybe SummerSlam, depending on the timing of the filming. But I would guess now,
I would
right?
I would say now because you still got to get through Money in the Bank, and then why not have him return in July or whatever and challenge AJ for that title again and win it back so he can be champion again, because then the Rock's schedule will be back to, it'll be back, everything will just align itself properly again. So we'll see.
Because he's right now he's in the middle of filming. Yes, The Rock, like he's doing like a biopic or something.
He is doing a ton of shit. He's doing the press stuff for the Disney film Moana 2. He's doing that MMA movie situation. He's doing a lot right now.
Well, good for him. Good for him, and shout out to the hustle. Good for him. And good for us, because guess what? As much as I love you guys, as much as I love being here, that is our show for tonight. Born to be the Greatest. This is the theme song for our super show, The Raw Show.
Shane.
Des. Did I forget something?
You're not going to play our outro?
I'm sorry, did I? Oh, the outro.
I know you got beef with the announcer because he said Max.
No, I just forgot. Let me rewind. I'm sorry. Unless there's anything else, unless there's anything anybody wants to say, Des or Jay, I will play the outro. We got a message.
There you go.
I asked, and we get it, and look who it is.
Show is boom, boom, boom. I just woke up. Boom, boom, boom. I just woke up. Now I'm going on the road, and I didn't watch any of the shows yet, so I missed the spoilers, which is good. Boom, boom, boom. I just woke up.
Boom, 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 boom.
Shout out to Boom, man. Thank you so much for stopping in, even if it's for a minute. And please, man, be safe on that road.
Facts.
Be safe. Yes, sir.
Shane, I was looking for that, and I was looking for the other Boom. I could not find those clips for nothing because I was trying to use it while we had Boom on the show with us while you were gone, but I just could not find it, and I didn't want to disturb you while you were on vacation. So, yeah.
Because I like you, and I like everyone here, the Three Bells, I'm going to give you my secret. The first Boom is from Boom himself.
No. Oh, really?
What, you don't want me to say it?
I didn't know if you was going to tell me in the chat or live, but if you're going to say live, then you're going to tell all of us your secret.
I thought everybody knew that. Well, no.
No, you told us that was from Tom and Jerry. I couldn't find that for nothing.
Right. I told Boom this. Hello.
Yeah.
No, Boom is the no, that's not Boom. I'm bugging. This is Boom.
Wake up, Jay!
There you go.
Right. That one.
Boom.
Yeah. I know that one, but I didn't want to use that. I wanted to use
the
boom, 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 and then
oh yeah, this one.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay. I got you. I got you on both of them.
But you ain't going on vacation no time soon, so it's all good. But yeah, for future reference, maybe next year.
Totally. It'll be before that, and I have it for you too, Jay. Once you enhance your Bismarcky sound machine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, don't get him. Don't do it, Jay. We're about to close out. Okay, we're closing. All right,
You
here we
lucky.
go, y'all. Yeah, very lucky because he will play that and we'll be here for like another hour. So, nope, thank you.
And that's the bell, folks. You've been listening to the Three Bells Podcast with your hosts, Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac. Bringing the thunder from the ring straight to your speakers. But the conversation doesn't end here. Keep the conversation going in the comments. And follow us on our socials to get the latest scoop on WWE events and behind-the-scenes action. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and above all, stay tuned for more hot takes, news, in the world of wrestling. Expect the unexpected. See you on the next show, the Three Bells Podcast.
Okay, just a minute. Why am I now hearing Mac? You know what? I don't want to touch this. I don't want to touch this anymore. You heard Max?
Mm-hmm. Clear as day.
I heard Mac. I don't know why. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it.
I heard Mac. I heard
Hold
Mac.
on.
You heard Mac?
Let me be fair.
Yeah.
Let me be fair. Hey, Shane, your show's running at 2 hours and 50 minutes. Wrap it up, Shane.
My God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's a shot at me. Jesus
No,
Christ.
It's all your fault, Jay.
Not a shot. I'm being fair. I'm being fair. Shane, your show. Let's go.
All your fault. God damn it.
See,
Anyway,
Drew, see what
everyone.
you're doing to us, Drew?
That is our show for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that has tuned in. Shout out to Boom. Thank you so much for leaving a message and saying hi, and please be safe on the road, buddy. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Don't forget, everyone, we have a special PLE on Sunday. It's our NXT Battleground live watch party. Mm-hmm. Sunday at 7:45 because they're doing it here in the States, so we can all watch it live together. So please tune in for that. And don't forget, you can join us every single Friday for our Smackdowns with me, Shane O'Mac, at 10:45. Our homie Daz Taker. Ouch. Excuse me. Ouch. Oof.
Let's rewind that.
Has retired. Yeah.
Yes, but we do SmackDown at 10:15, not 10:45. Shane,
is that what I did? Oh, I am bugging. Yeah. Definitely have to wrap this up. I definitely have to heavy up. Yeah, every Friday it's 10:15 for our SmackDown recap. And then on Mondays it's 11:15 with Des, Mr. Mundo. And then on Tuesday is NXT at 10:20 with Triple J. Yes, there you go. So tonight we are going into our NXT Battleground weekend. We hope you guys celebrate and have an awesome weekend yourself and conquer all of your battles and all your grounds. This is Shane O'Mac saying good fight, good night. Jay and Dez.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank everybody that's been tuning in this week. You know, all special guests, anybody that's been around. Guys, it's been awesome as always. We're getting close to 100 episodes. What a journey it's been with y'all. And as always, love y'all. Love everybody. Have a great weekend and see y'all Sunday.
and it's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? You know what time it is.
As always, right above my little talking circle right there. Oh, it's the Three Bells Podcast TikTok. Click on that, like it, share it, subscribe to it. We also have the Three Bells Podcast YouTube page and Instagram page. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Help us build this as we continue to move forward towards 100 episodes and beyond. Fellas, I guess we will make our predictions for Battleground on Sunday in that 15-minute window. It'll be fun. Everyone, please join us on that one. Like Shane said, it is here in the United States, so we can all watch, enjoy together. Thank you to everybody that contributed this week. Sylvie, LaJuan, Boom, everybody that joined in this week. Listen, just being here. Thank you so very much. Until then, it's your boy Mundo, a.k.a. Mr. A.k.a. himself, a.k.a. the CEO. And I'm out of here. And as always, no yeet.